Okay, folks, we've done quite a few of these. They don't seem to turn up looking as good as I'd like them to. They have too much detail. I've got to make this one really big so we can just really zoom in on it. See how we go. Okay, let's see what we have here. Looks like a miniature pie dish. So we're going to make this into something interesting. We're going to turn it this way. This way looks quite interesting as well, but I think I don't know which side I want to do. Side face down, so we're doing this side. Okay. Yeah, looks interesting. Do wonder if it's on the right angle. Time to take deep breaths, folks. So we're just going to throw this away, recycle it. So we're just going to take this and make this into something interesting. Going to round it off to 200%. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. I do think maybe we enlarged it too much on the vertical. Going to fill the whole page, I think, with this pattern. I think we're going to try and utilise the whole lot. So we're going to turn it upside down and put it in the corner. I'm going to put it right up in the fucking corner, folks. And enlarge it a lot bigger. Going at 400. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. Don't know if I like it. I do think that's going to be the centre of the job. I don't know if I like it, folks. It looks a bit like it's not a very good composition, exactly. Going to darken it a bit. Yeah, looks interesting. But we've got the end here, which we don't want. Maybe I can move it across a little bit. Yeah, looks interesting. We still have a little bit of that corner there, but we can't see much of it, which is nice. I'm going to move it across. Move it down as well. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. Again, we got the edge there, but that may not be such a bad thing for this. I actually think I'm going to do something different with this. I've just changed my mind. We're not going to make it a still piece. We're going to make it a movement piece. We're going to slip and slide this piece around and round and round. Yeah, folks, I'm trying to get in the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, and it's proving to be more difficult than I expected. I'm trying to get recognised as an artist who happens to be disabled, and I don't want to be recognised for the disabilities that I have. Had a cord around my neck and a came out breech, and basically had brain damage, and I suspect I haven't had the brain damaged diagnosed, unfortunately, so I don't know what's wrong. I also believe I might have high functioning autism as well, which is responsible for the power use of the photocopier and giving me smarts despite parts of the brain not working. Parts of the brain that don't work appear to be the hippocampus and the short-term memory, which are both responsible for learning, and I have trouble with learning, and I've always had trouble with it in my school days and even when I was as an adult, learning how to become a photocopier technician, which was my dream job, and it just got shattered. It was a dream, like many dreams, it got shattered because of my disability, and I had been a bullying victim throughout the entire length of my school years and into my adult years as well. So I'm very upset, and I'm trying not to be recognised in this world as just a person with a disability or multiple disabilities. 2 of them have the high functioning autism and the brain damage have not been diagnosed. I feel as if I'm smart enough to basically put 2 and 2 together where the professionals have failed me. And this made it very, very hard at school and very difficult. I had so many expectations placed on me, and it really crushed my spirit. And I always had my parents, my brother, the school, the bullies exerting a crush on me, a real hard hard crush. They made it difficult for me to be happy and to love myself. I get on with mum now, but I still don't get on with my dad and my brother, and they're assholes, and they don't accept me as I am as an artist. So I'm trying to get them to make peace with my dad and my brother by showing them that my art is a talent, not a foolishness. And it's really difficult dealing with that because my dad and my brother are no better than the bullies at school who fucked me up, who fucked my head up, so to speak, mind fucking me through their verbal fuckery and physical. Sometimes they used to pick fights with me and they used to stir me up. They used to wind me up. They used to try and constantly verbally bully me and tease me to the point of, and then they'd hit me physically, and then I'd retaliate violently, and that's what they wanted, was a violent retaliation in response to constant non-let up teasing and verbal bullying, and it just erupted into a physical confrontation. And it's really difficult dealing with that and having to deal with the shit. And I was still expected to be a model student. My parents wanted me to go through to year 12. They refused to let me leave high school before then, but it really wasn't any use. And then eventually the headmaster, when I was partway through year 11, made the decision to pull me from the school because it was becoming clear to him that it was pointless, and I wasn't wanting to go to university, and I failed so badly at school I would never have made my tertiary education anyway. And that's come up looking shit. It's got to move it across, got to enlarge it across. But basically it really was hard going at school. It was really tough, and I wasn't getting along with the kids. I got along with most of the teachers, however, but it was very difficult dealing with the pressure that they put on me. As I said, there was no diagnosis, so having no diagnosis meant there was no excuse for me to fail. There was no excuse. I had to fucking wear it. I wore it, and it was really nasty. And I have got another disability that I haven't mentioned because I'm so ashamed of it. But it's another disability, and it does have an effect as well. It just adds to the difficulty, and I'm getting help with that. But it's not the only, just the tip of the iceberg, folks. And I'm trying to get recognised as a person who's an artist, who's talented, not disabled only, talented. I can't work in a normal job. I have to work in a disability, what they call an Australian Disability Enterprise, known as an ADE. And basically, I can't work in a normal job, so I'm not earning much money. I claim the disability support pension from Centrelink, and I'm very grateful to Centrelink for their help. Very grateful to Centrelink, but it's not what I want to do. I want to get off Centrelink. I don't want to be a taxpayer's burden, as well as not be feeling like my dignity is happening, because I feel it's really undignified being talented, having to kowtow to what my disability dictates. I don't want to kowtow to that. So if you want me to go off Centrelink, folks, Channel 9, if you want me off the taxpayer's purse, I want you to play my material on the 6 o'clock news, and then I can get off the fucking Centrelink. I'll be able to make money as an artist and get in touch with my lost partner who I'd like to marry. So I'll also have a double income of him and my art. So I really need to get off Centrelink. I really need to get off this disabled shit and just get fucking... I just want to get recognised for what I'm good at, not what I'm shit at. I don't want to be just another person with a disability ecking out a living. I'm going to do something interesting here. I don't want to be fucking dictated to by my disability, folks. I really need to get recognised as an artist, and I'm just going to do one copy first. But basically I want to get recognised as a talented artist and make money out of it, not trying to eke out a living. And the cost of living is going up. I can't afford the power bill soon. I'm rationing to afford the power. I'm rationing my hot water so that I don't have a huge bill. I actually think this will look better on its own than with that. I don't know, folks. But I'm really getting sick of this disability shit, and I can't afford to make ends meet much longer. You know, this photocopier incidentally is on its way out. It's nearly reached the end of its use by date. It's nearly 5 years old, and that might mean I won't get spare parts or consumables available, which means the company won't be able to keep me on the service agreement. My service agreement might indeed be revoked because of that. So I'm really trying to get my stuff out there, to get recognised, to get a sense of dignity, as well as having enough money to live on and to be comfortable and happy, and to be with a loved one, which I need to get married to because I'm 50 and I turned 50 alone. I want to be with him, and and that's come up looking quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo quits.